All right, qualifying does come to an end here. It is time to go racing heat number 1. We're going to have DJ Kenner and Michael Whiting up front. Stephen Lindo, Brian Lawson will start in the second row, and Dakota Wilson, Graham Nucky rounding out the field. And Michael Whiting starting up there on the outside row, like we mentioned just a moment ago. He gets some clean air. He's going to be gone. But DJ Kenner starting there on the inside. Michael Whiting's going to have a heck of a time getting around him here tonight. Lights are out on the pace car. He will duck off this time by, and we will go green flag racing from Eldora. Don't forget to stick around immediately after this for the Enduro. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Michael Whiting, DJ Kenner lead him down. Michael Whiting has a heck of a start there. Up on the high side, and he's got a good run. Michael Whiting to the front. That did not take long. And Brian Lawson now getting around DJ Kenner. DJ does not usually lose positions on starts. But here he is. He has slipped from first back to third now as Michael Whiting has taken the lead. Dakota Wilson has picked up a spot back there as well. Brian Lawson making the bottom work there. He is closing in on Michael Whiting now. And DJ Kenner still right there with Lawson as they come down to get 5 to go. Lawson gets a huge run up off of turn 4. He is right to the back bumper, and DJ Kenner is still with him. DJ cranks it down. Lawson's in the wall. DJ gets the run to the inside, capitalizes on the mistake by Lawson, but Lawson is coming back already for second. And Michael Whiting just sitting there enjoying it as he continues to open up a lead, but DJ Kenner not letting him get too far ahead, about a half a second between the two. And here comes Dakota Wilson. He is going for third here. Dakota gets a little bound up down on the bottom, loses a little bit of momentum there. DJ Kenner trying to close the gap back up on Michael Whiting. He has opened up a small gap between himself and Brian Lawson, but coming to the white flag, doesn't look like any of the top 4 positions will be changing. Michael Whiting leading. DJ Kenner is in second. Looks like Stephen Lindo was involved in an incident. Shouldn't impact anything. He was past the start-finish line. Michael Whiting is going to win heat number 1. DJ Kenner comes home second. Brian Lawson third. Dakota Wilson fourth. Graham Nucky fifth. And Stephen Lindo finishes sixth. All right, on to heat number 2. We're going to have David Garman up front, Kevin Martin in second, Skylar Massey third, Patrick Coluccio in fourth, Ryan Nesbitt is in fifth. Garmin is in the purple and pink car, matches all of his RC cars as he gets a little bit of a push there from Skylar Massey back behind. And then Skylar had a bit of an incident getting off pit road. Maybe one of these days I'll have Skylar and Loud Raps paint me up a car that matches my RCs. That would be interesting. All right, it's going to be Garmin and Martin on the outside row. This heat number 2 might tell the tale of this battle here tonight. 2 of the best in the league right there at the front. 2 of the best on dirt right there at the front. And Skylar Massey, he is no slouch on dirt either, especially with this group. So we'll see what these guys got here tonight at Eldora. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. And it looks like Martin gets a little bit of a run off into turn 1. Him and Garmin get together down on the bottom. Caution is out. Kevin Martin is around. Let's get another look. It looked like Garmin just drifted up a little bit too high there. Caught the back quarter of Kevin Martin. Tried to straighten him out. It briefly looked like he might save it. And then just overcorrected. So it is still going to be Garmin up front. Massey in second. Coluccio in third. Nesbitt fourth. And Martin is in fifth. Heat number 2 off to a bit of a wild start. All right, one more time around. Kevin Martin now back there in fifth. We'll see if he can get back up and gain some redemption here in heat number 2. And now Garmin has to contend with Skylar Massey on the outside. Patrick Coluccio right there behind him, as well as Ryan Nesbitt. This is going to be a heck of a show right here. 5 of the best in the league, 5 of the best on dirt. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air once again. Garmin gets a good start on this one. Manages to get a little bit ahead of Massey going into turn 1. Has the line, goes to the high side. And Nesbitt, Coluccio on the bottom, Nesbitt on the top. Coluccio is making his way forward. Coluccio now up to second. Kevin Martin starting to work his way forward as Skylar Massey is now way in the back. Ryan Nesbitt reclaims second place on the high side. Meanwhile, Garmin is starting to open up a bit of a lead. The battle is for second place as Coluccio and Nesbitt are going at it extremely hard, and Kevin Martin's coming into the mix here as well. Coluccio looking to the bottom, Nesbitt on the high side. Four laps to go, coming down to 3 laps to go. It is still Garmin up front, but the Nesbitt and Coluccio battle is ongoing. These two are not giving each other any room, neither making any mistakes. Coluccio starting to look to the high side as they come through 3 and 4. He's looking for a way around Nesbitt. Can't get him on the low side. He's going to try and find an opening up top. Gets a little bit of the wall, but manages to hold on to it. Coluccio has been coming on extremely strong the last few months, getting extremely good at these 358s and all these dirt races they do. Now Coluccio looks back to the bottom on turns 1 and 2. He's got a bit of a run through 3 and 4. Will it be enough? Here we go to the checkered flag. Garmin wins it. Nesbitt comes across second. Coluccio is third. Massey is fourth. And Martin is fifth. All right, heat number 3. We'll have Brian Mansfield and Landon Lacey up front. Michael Christian and Jason Holder in the second row. Nathan Brown will be in the third row. Landon Lacey there in the green, purple, and white. Looks like Dairy Queen sponsored car. He is a new driver this week. Jason Holder was new just a couple of weeks ago, as was Michael Christian. And, of course, Nathan Brown back there in the 37 car. Nathan's become a force to be reckoned with in these dirt races as well. Skylar Massey saying he's just here to promote loud raps and probably here to not get fined. All right, pace truck will drop off coming through 3 and 4. Pace truck is in. Brian Mansfield, Landon Lacey will bring him down. Brian gets a good jump. Landon Lacey there to the outside, though. Brian comes up and gets a run, does a slide job, but it's Landon back to the inside, now to through 3 and 4. Landon has a pretty decent run, can't get high enough, though. Michael Christian and Jason Holder back here battling as well, and Nathan Brown, who no! Caution is out. Oh, Mansfield was pushing extremely hard up in the lead. He collects the 17 car. Everybody else manages to get around. And that will give Landon Lacey the first time he has led in the Outlaws. Brian Mansfield has gone to pit road. He did hit the wall pretty good, so I'm assuming he is getting a fast repair. Does look like he is already back out on track. He will not lose a lap. That's hilarious, Skylar. Brian Mansfield is known as the boss, but according to Skylar Massey, he just became the secretary. That's funny. All right, lights are out on the pace truck, so they will go green next time by. Landon Lacey on the inside, Michael Christian on the outside. Two of the newer drivers. Lacey's first race and Christian's only second or third race with the Outlaws. This will be interesting to see what the rookies do as we get the green. Landon Lacey down into turn 1. Has the advantage, but we've got a 3-car battle here as here comes Nathan Brown on the inside. Michael Christian couldn't do anything with Landon yet, but he is right there on the back bumper. And the 17 and 11, Jason Holder, Brian Mansfield up there or back there battling as well. Landon Lacey is trying to get his first heat win in the Outlaw League. He's just got to hold on to it for 4 more laps now. Michael Christian just gets right to the back bumper. It looks like Landon gets into the turn a lot better. Michael's getting a much better run up off the corner, though. Nathan Brown still lurking back there. Either one of these guys make a mistake, he is going to be right there. And Brian Mansfield trying to recover from that incident. He is still back in 5th. Coming down 2 laps to go, Landon Lacey still in the lead. Landon Lacey actually opening up a little bit of a gap on that lap, and Nathan Brown is not making up any ground yet. As we get the white flag, it'll be Landon Lacey up front, Michael Christian in 2nd, Nathan Brown in 3rd, Jason Holder in 4th, and Brian Mansfield managed to get by for 4th at the last minute there, side by side right behind him. And it is Landon Lacey for the win in heat number 3. And now they will go into their 3-minute warm-up. Ryan Nesbitt, first one out on track. Skylar, I am looking for that right now. Oh, okay. So I will I am attempting to save and to share this link that Skylar Massey just mentioned. We'll see if that works or not. That is quite funny. Nathan Brown apparently wrecked Natalie Decker. So we will see if we can play that video during the intermission or not. Be a little bit tricky, but I will try and get that pulled up for you guys. That's definitely hilarious. I'm not supposed to start laughing this much until the Enduro. Which, by the way, if you're watching, stick around after this. You're going to want to watch the Enduro. They're going to be doing the VW Rally Bug at the Irwindale Figure 8. And currently the record for incidents in an Enduro is 264. We will see if that record gets broken tonight. And if Tom the Missile Land makes it, I guarantee you that record gets broken tonight. All right, warm-up is over. Let's go racing. Up front, it'll be DJ Kenner and Landon Lacey. In the second row, it'll be David Garman and Michael Whiting. Ryan Nesbitt and Michael Christian make up the third row. Brian Lawson, Patrick Coluccio in the fourth. Nathan Brown, Dakota Wilson round out the top 10. Then you have Skylar Massey and Brian Mansfield, 11th and 12th. 13th is Graham Nucky. Kevin Martin is 14th. Jason Holder is 15th. And Stephen Lindo is rounding out the field in 16th. A plea from Matt Stewart. Tom Land, please join the Enduro tonight. As the fireworks are set off in the background, they roll out on the track. Pace truck will go by one more time. They will go green next time by. And if you got a favorite driver, as always, drop their name in the chat so we can give you and them a shout out. Don't forget to hit the share button. Make sure all your friends and family are here for the Insane Enduro race. If you watch nothing else on iRacing this week, you're not going to want to miss this. Pace truck is in. DJ Kenner, Landon Lacey, lead them to green. Landon gets a huge run up on the outside. He's got the momentum. They're 3 and 4 wide back behind in the middle of the pack. You got several cars trying to make their way up. They're running out of space there. As Ryan Nesbitt having to hold that middle line. He's got cars on the inside, cars to the outside. And Nesbitt gets into Michael Christian. Just a little bit of a tap. Everybody keeps it going straight. Christian loses a few positions, and it looks like we've got a car, the 37 of Nathan Brown, with the Chaos up high. He has picked up a couple of positions on the bottom. As Brian Lawson has just been beat and banged around the top, but he has managed to make it work. He is now up to 6th. Landon Lacey currently up in the lead. Michael Whiting now up to 2nd. DJ Kenner back to 3rd. Garmin back to 4th. Meanwhile, they are starting to sort themselves out just a little bit back here as Brian Mansfield is starting to work his way forward. Mansfield, oh, we've got a car in the wall. Caution is out. It is David Garman. Okay. Let's try and see where this incident started. Looks like Garmin might have been a little too high up off of 2. Yeah, he caught the wall with the right rear, then drove down the wall and ended up spinning. Collected one car, looked like a couple of cars there. And that brings us under our first caution of the feature. Meanwhile, newcomer Landon Lacey up front leading. Garmin has gone to pit road for a fast repair, and he has been repaired and back off of pit road. So Landon Lacey up front, Michael Whiting now in 2nd, DJ Kenner in 3rd, Ryan Nesbitt now up to 4th, Brian Lawson now up to 5th. Michael Christian 6th. Patrick Coluccio up to 7th. Brian Mansfield, the biggest mover so far, he is up to 8th after starting in 12th. As they line back up side by side, Pace Truck will go in. Pace Truck is in. Green flag is in the air for Whiting and Lacey as they go down into turn 1. Lacey up there on the high side. We've seen Lacey run both high and low all night as they're 3 wide. And here comes DJ Kenner looking for second, but Ryan Nesbitt's right there with him too. Here comes Brian Lawson and the 22 of the newcomer Michael Christian starting to make his way up. And we've got the 11 car. That is Brian Mansfield was up in the wall. No caution yet. Caution is out. Oh, Brian checked up just a little bit, and whoever was behind him did not. Manages to recover, land on all fours, and get it going again. We'll see if he needs to go to pit road for any repair. No, he ended up back on his side. No, he gets it corrected. Despite the problems, Brian's car is really not good. It looks like he did manage to eventually, let's see. Brian Mansfield did eventually manage to limp that car. It was heavily damaged. Didn't look like much, but it was obvious he was having trouble even pacing it around. Landon Lacey still up in the lead. Michael Whiting still in second. Kenner in third. Nesbitt in fourth. Lawson in fifth. And we were just talking about the 11 car. He had been working his way up. He started in 12th. He was up to 8th. Now the biggest mover, though. Oh, we've got 2 of them. Skylar Massey started in 11th. He's up to 7th. And right behind him, Kevin Martin started in 14th. He is up to 8th. So 2 guys that have worked their way forward. Also 2 guys who are very good once the track slicks off. Pace truck ducks off onto pit road. Green flag in the air again. It'll be Michael Whiting on the inside, Landon Lacey on the outside. Ryan Nesbitt right there on the outside as well. Almost 3 wide coming out of turn 2. Here they go off, and Ryan Nesbitt looking for second here. Michael Whiting now back to third as Ryan Nesbitt makes the move to second, and here comes DJ Kenner. Everybody right up by the wall as this track normally would slick off down lower. Everybody's trying to run that higher line right now. Jason Holder, he started in 15th. He is now inside. He is in 10th right now, working his way forward as well in that 17 car. Heck of a view in his car. Let's see if we can rival Jason. As they come out of turn 2, down the back straightaway, he slides back up in line. He is looking for any way he can around Skylar Massey there. Comes out of turn 4, up right by the wall. Everybody's still up running that high line, except you see way up there in the distance, Ryan Nesbitt. Ryan Nesbitt ran a little bit lower in turns 1 and 2. Couldn't make it work to get to the lead, though. Oh, the 44, Michael Whiting, just barely taps the wall there. And Kevin Martin, he is coming to the front, but Nathan Brown is as well. Kevin started in 14th. He is up to 7th. Right to the back, almost to the back bumper of this lead pack with 16 laps to go. Just about halfway. He is trying to close that gap down. Meanwhile, Landon Lacey, new driver to the league. Oh, gets a little bit of the wall there. We saw Michael Whiting do that last time by. Gets a little bit of the wall, manages to keep it and open up a bit of a gap on Nesbitt. Nesbitt trying to close back down on a Michael Whiting, currently in third. The top three have now started to open up a bit of a gap on DJ Kenner. Bit of a surprise to see DJ Kenner slipping back just a little bit. Brian Lawson now up to fourth. Michael Christian in fifth, now under attack from Kevin Martin in Michael is in sixth, Kevin is in seventh, trying to take sixth away from Michael Christian. Oh! Kevin Martin gets up in the wall. Caution is out. He goes for a bit of a ride there. Collects Dakota Wilson and Brian Mansfield. See if we can see what happens. Kevin Martin gets up on the wall on the back straightaway, then just gets turned around. Kevin Martin currently on pit road. We'll see if he can get back out before he gets lapped. I don't believe he did. Brian Mansfield getting a lap back from his earlier incident. Landon Lacey continues to lead. Took the lead early on, has not let it go. All right, everybody stacked back up. You got Nesbitt on the inside, Lacey on the outside. We saw Nesbitt trying to work the bottom earlier. Now the top is starting to slick off. That's going to give Nesbitt a little bit of an advantage here. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air once again. And they are 3 and 4 wide all the way back, as Landon Lacey manages to take the lead, and caution is out again. Graham Nucky involved this time. Oh, Graham just drifted up a little bit. It looks like that's the 22 that he got caught with. No, I'm sorry, that was the 60 that he caught. The 80, Dakota Wilson. Landon Lacey continuing to lead. Ryan Nesbitt in second, DJ Kenner in third, Whiting in fourth, Christian in fifth. Brian Lawson, Skylar Massey, Nathan Brown, David Garman, and Jason Holder round out the top 10. Garman now back in the top 10 after the early incident. He is up to 9th. And Stephen Lindo, who started in 16th, just outside of the top 10 in 11th. He's picked up 5 spots so far in that 214. And that tells you just how much better the competition is getting in this league, that Lindo is not up front already. Lights are out on the pace car. Single file restart this time by. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Landon Lacey's got to be loving a single file restart right here with 10 laps to go. As we've got 3 wide down on the bottom, Skylar Massey gets bound up, the 37 gets held up, and several cars come flying by. Brian Lawson trying to make something happen down there on the bottom. The 44 taps the wall again. Lawson's going to easily take a position from him. No, he's not. Michael Whiting's coming back. The first 3 cars are single file up ahead, but right behind them, it is a mess. Michael Whiting, Brian Lawson, Michael Christian, all battling through for about 4th through 7th, and now David Garman is up in the mix. Garman picking up another position up on the high side. Brian Lawson still cannot get around the 44 quite yet. We've got a car in the wall. It's Ryan Nesbitt. Caution is out. See if we can rewind just a hair here and see what happened to Mr. Nesbitt. Looks like he is just pushing so hard, gets into the turn. DJ Kenner, the 44, managed to get, looked like DJ might have got a piece of it. The 17 definitely got a piece of it. Everybody else gets by clean. Now Landon Lacey is going to have Ryan Nesbitt did go to pit road for repairs. So Landon Lacey is now going to have DJ Kenner there. And Michael Whiting is in 3rd. Brian Lawson 4th. Ryan Nesbitt is in... David Garman now being scored in 5th. And Michael Christian being scored in 6th. So Garman, after the early incident, has managed to avoid all other trouble and work his way up to 5th right now. Meanwhile, newcomer Landon Lacey is just putting on a clinic for these guys. Everybody seems to be able to get to Lacey. Nobody seems to be able to get around him. Lights are out on the pace car. They will go green this time by. Everybody's still on track. Looks like everybody is still on the lead lap. Pace truck is in. Going to have 6 to go when they cross the line, and Landon Lacey leads them down one more time. DJ Kenner in 2nd. Brian Lawson has been making that bottom work really well. The last, DJ Kenner's in the wall. He collects Garman. Caution is out again. DJ Kenner, the same thing we've seen out of several drivers here. DJ Kenner just gets in the wall. Pushing extremely hard, gets in the wall, coming off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. There is a little bit of a kink on the back straightaway. Let's see if we can hop in the car. Here they come around the front straightaway. And you can see on the back straightaway, about just past midway down, the wall kinks in just a little bit. And it looks like that's where everybody's getting caught here tonight. You can see it right there. The barrier sticks out just a little bit, and the wall has a little bit of a kink to it as the angle changes slightly. You're running right up by that wall. If you get a little too close, you're going to grab it, and we've seen that happen more than once here. All right, as the lights go out on the pace car, Landon Lacey, Michael Whiting now up in 2nd. Brian Lawson is 3rd. David Garman to 4th. Michael Christian is in 5th. Skylar Massey now up to 6th. 7th is Stephen Lindo. Have not, other than a brief mention a few minutes ago, haven't talked about him, but here he comes. He started in 16th. He is now up to 7th. Patrick Coluccio is 8th, Jason Holder 9th, Brian Mansfield, after the earlier incident and being caught in a second incident, now in 10th. Lacey leads them down, green flag is in the air. And Landon gets a good jump this time. The 34 already looking to the inside. He has been making that inside line work just a little bit. It takes a couple of laps, but he can get around people down low. Michael Christian battling with Skylar Massey. Caution is out. It looks like it's going to be Graham Nucky again. Oh, it looked like the 37 just net-coded there. There was still a substantial gap between them, but the 37 and Graham Nucky just a bit of netcode there. And I like how XCal addresses it. They treat it as a mechanical issue, things like that. Kind of the best way to look at it is a mechanical failure or something broke on the car. Or some random act of God, I think is what NASCAR would call it. That they had easily a foot between them, and as the 37 drifted up, it just caught Graham Nucky. It's a shame he was involved in one of the earlier incidents and had started working his way back up. He has had to go to pit road, use another fast repair. As it stands, it is Landon Lacey up front, Michael Whiting in second, Brian Lawson is third, David Garman is fourth, and Michael Christian is fifth. Lights are out on the pace car. They will go green this time by. They will have 4 laps to go at the line. This is about to get really, really exciting, but it won't be as exciting as the Enduro coming up next. Green flag in the air. Landon Lacey leads them down one more time. Michael Whiting in second, Lawson in third, Garman in fourth. And a mess right behind them as Stephen Lindo is trying to pick up some more positions here late in the race. We've got a car sideways. That's Skylar Massey sideways up high. That is an unusual thing to see. Stephen Lindo now up to 5th, challenging Garman for 4th. After starting in 16th, Lindo is on the move. Caution is out. Brian Mansfield again. Brian just drifted up and tried to recover, keep it off Skylar Massey, came down and got into, unfortunately, Graham Nucky again. Graham, we talked about it earlier, Graham has had some bad luck the last couple of weeks, but always kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. He had a rough race in the 305s earlier tonight, and again having a rough race. He is currently being scored. Let's see. He's currently being scored in 14th. Landon Lacey continues to lead the field around. Michael Whiting is in second. Brian Lawson is in third. Garman in fourth. Stephen Lindo. What a showing from him tonight. He is currently in 5th, and he is still in this fight. It would not be surprising to see him get a podium finish here before this thing is all said and done. And Dakota Wilson saying he's bringing a very special paint scheme to the Enduro. Make sure you hit the share button, Dakota. Let's get a lot of eyes on it. I think. Landon Lacey leads them down. 2 laps to go here. And they do have 2 green-white checkers available. The way it's been going, they may need it, as Stephen Lindau's on the bottom 3 wide. I told you Lindau would be coming to the front. Here he comes. Lindau has passed several cars, but here comes Garmin on the high side. Garmin up to 3rd. He is right to the back bumper. Last lap, Lindau is going for 2nd. Lindau sends it down in there. He is going for 2nd. There's crashing right behind him. Landon Lacey wins. Stephen Lindau comes home 2nd. Michael Whiting comes home 3rd at the line. Garmin is 4th. Coluccio is 5th. Michael Christian, Kevin Martin, Skylar Massey, Brian Lawson, and the scoring is going all sorts of wonky here. We'll have to give it a second. There was a wreck coming out of coming through turns 3 and 4. And those fireworks all for our winner, Landon Lacey. He's going to pull up there, get his picture taken, and then pull back out here and get the proper celebration that if he doesn't pull back down and celebrate, I hope somebody goes up there and gets it started. Lindau and Whiting are waiting. Nice. Somebody didn't tell Landon that he needed to come do some pace laps, did they? Well, they can make it up in the Enduro here in a few minutes. Oh, he started to move, scooches up just a little bit, but does not come back out on the track. We'll see if we can talk to a couple of the drivers here in just a moment. Winner Landon Lacey, Stephen Lindau comes home 2nd. Michael Whiting comes home 3rd. Great run by Lindau, especially there at the end. He was one of the few cars that could make that bottom line work. That was a truly impressive run out of Stephen. And don't forget to stick around. We will have the Enduro here in just a few moments. It'll be the VW Bug rally car at the figure 8. And Stephen Lindau has jumped into the booth with us. Stephen, congratulations on a 2nd place finish. And holy cow, did you come through the field there at the end?
Yeah, she was hooked up and digging.
I think that might be the understatement of the year. I'm beginning to wonder if you had a 2nd gear in that car, you came through so fast.
Yeah, it was unexpected. I didn't expect the bottom to work that well, but it was really going. I honestly think if everything would have went the way it was still as we were going there coming to the checker, I think I could have even had Landon. I normally don't say that, but it felt good.
I honestly, we watched a couple of guys. Brian Lawson was the main one that we saw using the bottom tonight. And he picked up 1 or 2 spots on the bottom, but never could really get it hooked up. And then when you dropped down low, you just came storming through. You were on the bottom 4 wide at one point and just flew by those guys. Managed to come up, and it looked like it was going to be hundredths of a second that between you and Whiting. It actually ended up being a 1/10 of a second difference.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It really surprised me. I definitely didn't expect to be able to do that after starting last, then being involved in a accident, going all the way to the back again, and then I think it was with like 5 to go. I was still in like 10th.
Yeah, you restarted in 8th with about 5 to go. So, yeah, you came back up through the field very, very quickly.
Skyler had a few choice words for me when me and Patrick went past him.
Well, I'm sure you guys will be able to settle that on the figure 8 here in a few.
Yeah, it was a great race by everyone, though. That the beginning of the race was probably the most fun part of it, honestly, though, when because there was people shooting and dashing everywhere, and it was just clean.
Yeah, you guys had a great run, and congratulations on a great second place finish, bud.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, that was our second place finisher, Stephen Lindo, and you heard him say another lap. He probably could have had Landon. I have no doubt in my mind, given the way he came through the field tonight. That was something we haven't seen in a very long time, and it'll probably be a while before we see anything like that again. All right, we will take a quick break, step away, get switched over, and we're going to be watching the Enduro here in just a few seconds. So don't go anywhere. You do not want to miss the madness.